So Geshe has asked that the King of Prayers be read before he arrives at 15 after. So can set our motivation. And actually we can rejoice. We are on the second day of Sakadawa. Sakadawa Dujin is on the 14th of June. So we can rejoice that we are creating so much merit by being able to listen to this wonderful teaching by Bodhisattva Samantabhadra. Wonderful, how precious. So let's see, I'm going to share the screen now. King of Prayers, the extraordinary aspiration of the practice Samantabhadra. Samantabhadra Karya Pranidhana Raja. Pakpa Zampo Chepe Munlam Gi Gyalpo. I bow down to the youthful Arya Manju Shri. You lions among humans, gone to freedom in the present, past, and future, in the world of 10 directions, so all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world, to all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every atom are Buddhas, numberless as atoms, each amidst a host of Bodhisattvas, and I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way. With infinite oceans of praise for you and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice, I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and celebrate all of you gone to bliss. Beautiful flowers and regal garlands, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense I offer to you, victorious ones. Fine dress and fragrant perfume, sandalwood powder, heap high as Mount Meru, all wondrous offerings in a spectacular array offer to you, victorious ones. With transcendent offerings, peerless and vast, profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful action I have done with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and confusion, all these I openly lay before you. I lift up my heart and rejoice in all positive potential of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers here still training, and those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You are the bright lights of worlds in 10 directions who obtain a Buddhist omniscience through the stages of awakening. All you who are my guides, please turn the supreme wheel of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request you who may actualize peri-nirvana. Please save us for eons numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight positive potential I may have created by paying homage, offering, and acknowledging my faults, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddha stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for full awakening. May you Buddhas now living in the worlds of 10 directions and all you gone to freedom in the past accept my offerings. May those not yet arisen quickly perfect their minds, awakening as fully enlightened ones. May all worlds in 10 directions be entirely pure and vast. May they be filled with bodhisattvas surrounding Buddhas gathered beneath the Bodhi tree. May as many beings as exist in 10 directions be always well and happy. May all samsaric beings live in accordance with the Dharma, and may their every Dharma wish be fulfilled. Remembering my past lives and all varieties of existence, may I practice the Bodhisattva way, and thus in each cycle of death, migration, and birth, may I always abandon the householder's life. Then, following the footsteps of all the Buddhists and perfecting the practice of a Bodhisattva, may I always act without error or compromise, with ethical discipline, faultless and pure. May I teach the Dharma in the language of gods, in every language of spirits and nagas, of humans and of demons, and in the voice of every form of being. May I be gentle-minded, cultivating the 6 paramitas, and never forget Bodhichitta. May I completely cleanse without omission every negativity and all that obscures this awakening mind. May I traverse all my lives in the world free of karma, afflictions, and interfering forces, just as the lotus blossom is undisturbed by the water's wave, just as the sun and moon move unhindered through the sky. May I ease the suffering in the lower realms and in the many directions and dimensions of the universe. May I guide all wanderers in the sorrow to the pure bliss of awakening and be of worldly benefit to them as well. May I practice constantly for eons to come, perfecting the activities of awakening, acting in harmony with the various dispositions of beings, showing the ways of a bodhisattva. May I always have the friendship of those whose path is like mine, and with body, words, and also mind, may we practice together the same aspirations and activities. May I always meet a spiritual mentor and never displease that excellent friend who deeply wishes to help me and expertly teaches the Bodhisattva way. May I always directly see the Buddhas, masters encircled by Bodhisattvas, and without pause or discouragement for eons to come, may I make extensive offerings to them. May I hold within me the Buddha's genuine Dharma, illuminate everywhere the teachings that awaken, embody the realizations of a Bodhisattva, and practice ardently in all future eons. While circling through all states of existence, may I become an endless treasure of good qualities, skillful means, wisdom, samadhi, and liberating stabilizations, gathering limitless, pristine wisdom and positive potential. On one atom, I shall see Buddha fields numberless as atoms, inconceivable Buddhas among bodhisattvas in every field, practicing the activities of awakening. Perceiving this in all directions, I dive into an ocean of Buddha fields, each an ocean of 3 times Buddhas in the space of a wisp of hair, so I too will practice for an ocean of eons. Thus I am continually immersed in the speech of the Buddhas, expression that reveals an ocean of qualities in one word, the completely pure eloquence of all the Buddhas, communication suited to the very tendencies of beings. With strength of understanding, I plunge into the infinite enlightened speech of the Dharma of all Buddhas and 3 times gone to freedom, who continually turn the wheel of Dharma methods. I shall experience in one moment such vast activity of all future eons, and I will enter into all eons of the 3 times in but a fraction of a second. In one instant, I shall see all those awakened beings, past, present, future lines among humans, and with the power of the illusion-like stabilization, I will constantly engage in their inconceivable activity. I shall manifest upon one single atom the array of pure lands, present, past, and future. Likewise, I shall enter the array of pure Buddha fields in every direction without exception. I shall enter the very presence of all my guides, those lights of this world who are yet to appear, those sequentially turning the wheels of complete awakening, those who reveal nirvana, final perfect peace. And this is the stanza we are on. It's the 4th stanza on page 8. May I achieve the power of swift magical emanation, the power to lead to the great vehicle through every approach, the power of always beneficial activity, the power of love pervading all realms. The power of all surpassing positive potential, the power of supreme knowledge unobstructed by discrimination, and through the powers of wisdom, skillful means, and samadhi, may I achieve the perfect power of awakening. Purifying the power of all contaminated actions, crushing the power of disturbing emotions at their root, diffusing the power of interfering forces, I shall perfect the power of the Bodhisattva practice. May I purify an ocean of worlds, may I free an ocean of beings, may I clearly see an ocean of Dharma, may I realize an ocean of pristine wisdom. May I purify an ocean of activities, may I fulfill an ocean of aspirations, may I make offerings to an ocean of Buddhas, may I practice without discouragement for an ocean of eons. To awaken fully through this Bodhisattva way, I shall fulfill without exception all the diverse aspirations of the awakening practice of all Buddhas gone to freedom in the 3 times everywhere. In order to practice exactly as the wise one calls Samantabhadra, all embracing good, the elder brother, the sons and daughters of the Buddhas, I completely dedicate all this goodness. Likewise, may I dedicate it just as the skillful Samantabhadra with pure body, speech, and mind, pure actions, and pure Buddha fields. I shall give rise to the aspirations of Manjushri for this Bodhisattva practice of all embracing good to perfect these practices without discouragement or pause in all future eons. May our pure activities be endless, my good qualities balanced, that through abiding in immeasurable activity, may I actualize infinite emanations. Limitless is the end of space, likewise limitless are living beings, thus limitless are karma and afflictions. May my aspirations reach be limitless as well. One may offer to the Buddhas all wealth and adornments of infinite worlds in 10 directions, and one may offer during eons numberless as atoms of the world, even the greatest happiness of gods and humans. But whoever hears this extraordinary aspiration and longing for highest awakening gives rise to faith just once, creates far more precious positive potential. Those who make this heartfelt aspiration for the Bodhisattva way will be free of all lower rebirths, free of harmful companions, and will quickly see Amitabha, infinite light. And even in this very human life, they will be nourished by happiness and have all conducive circumstances. Without waiting long, they will become like Samantabhadra himself. Those who give voice to this extraordinary aspiration will quickly and completely purify the 5 boundless harmful actions created under the power of ignorance. Blessed with supreme knowledge, excellent body, family attributes, and appearance, they will be invincible to vast interfering forces and misleading teachers, and all the 3 worlds will make offerings. Wait quickly to the noble Bodhi tree, and sitting there to benefit sentient beings, subduing all interfering forces, they will fully awaken and turn the great wheel of Dharma. Have no doubt that complete awakening is the fully ripened result comprehended only by a Buddha of holding in mind by teaching, reading, or reciting this aspiration of the Bodhisattva practice. In order to train, just like the hero Manjushri who knows reality as it is, and just like Samantabhadra as well, I completely dedicate all this goodness, just as they did with that dedication which praise is greatest, while the Buddha's gone to freedom in 3 times, I too dedicate all my roots of goodness for the attainments of the Bodhisattva practice. When the moment of my death arrives, by eliminating all obscurations and directly perceiving Amitabha, may I go immediately to Sukhavati, pure land of great joy. Having gone to Sukhavati, may I actualize the meaning of these aspirations, fulfilling them all without exception for the benefit of beings for as long as this world endures. Born from an extremely beautiful superlative lotus in this joyful land of Buddha's magnificent mandala, may receive a prediction of my awakening directly from the Buddha, Amitabha. Having received a prediction, there might create vast benefit for beings throughout the 10 directions with a billion emanations by the power of wisdom. Through even the small virtue I've accumulated by offering this prayer of the Bodhisattva practice, may all the positive aspirations of beings be fulfilled in an instant. Through creating limitless positive potential by dedicating this prayer of Samantabhadra deeds, may all beings drowning in this torrent of suffering enter the presence of Amitabha. Through this king of aspirations, who is the greatest of the sublime, helping infinite wanderers in samsara, to the accomplishment of this scripture dazzling Samantabhadra's practice, may suffering realms be utterly emptied of all beings. Now let's begin by reciting the short mandala offering. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru for continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this is Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. O holy and perfect pure Lama from the clouds of compassion that form in the skies of your Dharmakaya wisdom, please release a rain of vast and profound Dharma precisely in accordance with the needs of those to be trained. Idam Guru Ratnamandalakam Niryatayami. Okay, we'll continue with the Refuge in Bodhichitta, prayer before the teaching. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merits I create the listening to the Dharma, may I become a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merits I create the listening to the Dharma, may I become a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merits I create the listening to the Dharma, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. So as I mentioned, this is the second day of Sakadawa. So these are merit multiplying days all the way through June the 29th, and Sakadawa Duchen is on the 14th. And the merit is even higher. I think it's 300 million times. So we can rejoice. We can do that, and also rejoice that we have perfectly qualified Mahayana spiritual guides, especially Geshe and this wonderful center, the Kadama Center. And we can also think about those on the prayer list, those who would like to attend but cannot attend tonight's teaching. And as I said, we are on page 8, the 4th stanza. So we'll start. Geshe ended with the power of always beneficial activity, meaning the power of bodhisattva deeds. So we should, the new topic would be the 4th power, the power of love pervading all realms.
Geshe will be here shortly. He needed me to send him the link again, so. Geshe Gelek is here.
Sorry, technical problems. Can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah. Technical problems. Sanje chodan soje chonam la jajo pando dane jango dane chushe no la benje sanje no majo sanje chodan soje chonam la jajo pando dane no la benje sanje no majo sanje chodan soje chonam la jajo pando dane jango dane chushe do la benje sanje no bara sho Padala memela me aji ombada jela so se jela jawa jama no bola yaga dalu dande je ke tomo da me ke no ko ne na tamje ke do ta ke chete do kange tu ze ne so na ta wona me ma ta me kodam de la ja se lo oh yeah how much time we have okay to say wala oh yeah welcome back Venerable Alhamdulillah. Good evening, Domase, good evening, Ryan, good evening, Paul, good evening, Tom, good evening, Carmen, good evening, Jill, good evening, Nico, good evening, David, good evening, Hen, good evening. How are you, Hen? Elise, good evening. Karen, good evening. Julie, good evening. Giovanna, good evening. Gelek, Sandra, Alex. Renee, good evening. Chitra, good evening. Michelle, and anybody watching on YouTube, good evening. Oh, so most of you are aware, this month is Sagadawa. So reciting King of Prayer together probably, that's not a merit multiplies month of Sagadawa, okay? So something to rejoice. Yeah. So last Wednesday, we are talking about this admiration or aspirations for 10 power. Aspiration, which words better? Admirations or aspirations? Which one is better word? Admiration for 10 power or aspiration for 10 power?
Geshe, I think this prayer is an aspirational prayer.
Oh, that's good. So then probably you use the word aspiration
Yeah.
for the 10 power, no?
Yes.
So we have little discussion about the miracles, the power of miracles. So now going to the first power of miracle. Second one, power of path or yana. Then power of deed. Geve kundu sonam. I think I'm not sure in the West what word you use. Luck. Then when you probably you could use the word fortune. So this is not about money. It's for if you get idea of money when you say or fortune, so then you are not getting the meaning of sonam. You could say merit, luck, or fortune. Power of that, power of. If someone has a lot of them, all their wishes come pretty much into fruition, come true. The person has so much. Sonam, Tibetan word sonam, I'm not sure how they translate it in English. It's not material things, it's something, some kind of like that you generated through like as positive deeds, physical, mental, verbal, positive deed, you create sonam. So if you have a lot of them, so most of your positive wishes, doesn't include negative wish, only positive wishes come into fruition pretty much. Sonam Demba, me, Samban Namjam Drus. In the sutra, it says, Sonam Demba, me, person who possesses Sonam, and that person's the wish will come into fruitations or materialize, okay? The power of that. So then power of love, fourth power of love. The fourth power of love. First one, power of miracle, power of path, power of like whatever you power of a deed. So the number 4 is power of love, loving kindness. So number 6, then the power of whatever you call fortune, merit, whatever you call. So then the number 6, power of like jhana or wisdom, power of jhana or wisdom, about. I will explain, but I just want to first introduce the 10 power. Power of jhana, it's like that Geshe refers to some kind of like meditative experience or realizations, meditative experience that you gain based on deeper understanding of, for example, like impermanent, precious human life, conventional truth, ultimate truth, fundamental truth, okay? Experience gain based on a deeper understanding of the specific topic, and then thinking about that. It's called meditations. So then you gain some experience, or that you could call realization. So that's the power of jhana refers to that. So now that then the first line, second line, third line, line number 7, that has 3. There's 3 powers included there. 3 power is included there. First one is called power of wisdom, then power of method or technique. So then power of concentration or samadhi, that's 9. Then the last one is called power of enlightenment, power of enlightenment. Okay. So that's the goal. The last power is the goal. So then the first 9 power help you to reach that goal. The last one, power of enlightenment. So if you want to know the very specific that power refers to, so then there's like what I call like 18 unique enlightened qualities. If you can search 18 unique enlightened qualities, the first one, that's what it refers to, 10 power, Dobju. Mijibashi, 4 fearlessness. three close men. The last one is called Mahakaruna, or great compassions. These are the 18 unique quality of enlightened beings. So if you wonder the last one, the power of Buddhahood, where what it refers to, it refers to the 18 unique quality of enlightened being. Specifically, the first 10 power is listed there. Okay, if you want to be very specific, if you want to know, so that's like that. So now here, the first one, power of miracle is needed. You don't have to become enlightened in order to achieve the power of miracle. You can achieve that way before you get enlightened. You can achieve that power of miracle. This teaching is based on Mahayana teachings. Benefiting other living beings, helping or like dedicating your entire life for the well-being of other sentient beings. That's what this King of Prayer is all about, learning that, so that's the whole thing. So in order to benefit living beings, you do need miracle power, miracle power. So I think the English word, it does not have much deeper meaning, but human, there are like some miracle power that produced by actions, individual actions, or you could say karma. Some human does possess miracle power, not necessarily produced by meditations, simply is the result of previous karma that some human possess miracle power. Miracle power caused by karma, miracle power caused by mantra. What that means, if you recite a large quantity of mantra, and sometimes you gain some miracle power because you end up reciting large quantity of mantra. So that miracle power is produced by reciting large quantity of mantra. So then there's a third one, it's called miracle power produced by medicine, like simply holding that medicines, that you have some kind of miracle power, or you're just putting into your body, somewhere in your body, just having on your body, kind of cause the miracle power. So then the last one is authentic one. Last one, miracle power produced by concentration, single-pointed meditation, samadhi. So that one require meditation. So it require like single-pointed meditations. So then when you achieve the best form of single-pointed power or concentrations, so then you, not right away, but then after that, you are not very far. You're not very far to have the miracle power. There's then all kind of miracle power associated with the eye consciousness, miracle power associated with the ear consciousness, ability to read other people's thoughts, all that happens, through meditation or meditating on like samadhi, single-pointed meditations, or just for the sake of knowledge. So that's the first one. So then here, like ability to appear simultaneously so many different places why the beings needs your help. The beings are struggling. So your whole life that you voluntarily, deliberately dedicated for the well-being of other sentient beings, so it becomes very handy. That's how you say in America, become very if you have very good power, you can be different places simultaneously. No need to worry that you're going to stuck into border. There will be no border. For you, there will be no border. For you, you don't need to wait for airplane ticket or visa. So you can be up here like that. So there's the first one. No? So now the second one, tepeto, ability to manifest. That's the first one, ability to manifest, ability to, ability to move around. Even there's like all around, there's a wall. For you, wall is not obstacles. You can move freely through space, water, wall. So that's the first power of miracle. Second one, then there's more like teachings, the power of path or yana, in Sanskrit, power of yana. That means you can teach according to people's mental inclinations or according to their interests. And not necessarily you teach them everything that you know may not benefit. May not benefit. We need to teach them something that's suitable for their mental inclination or their interests. So then the power of the path or power of yana so allows you to do that, so not necessarily that you become very skillful when it's come down on teaching, you become very skillful. Okay. So there's the second one. Then the power of conduct or deed. Of course, then you think about the six perfections. Perfection of generosity, perfection of ethics, perfection of patience, perfection of, not just effort, joyful effort, not just doing it happily, doing it happily, not out of fear, not out of anxiety, not out of stress, doing it happily. That's called joyful effort. So then perfection of joyful effort, perfection of then patience, perfection of perfection of patience, perfection of joyful effort. So then perfection of samadhi. So then the last one is perfection of wisdom. These are bodhisattva deed. This is the power of deed. So these deeds, why those deeds has power? It makes your mind, it makes your conscience, or it makes your conscience or mind clean. That's why this is called power of deed. It makes your mind and conscience clean. So then of course then like bodhisattva samadha deed, not just bodhisattva deed. When even though there's like hundreds of thousands of different kinds of bodhisattva deed, if you want to summarize, you can summarize into 6 perfections. If you further summarize, then there's like 3 types of moralities: benefiting other sentient beings, accumulating merit, then like abandoning all the negativities related to the speech, body and mind negativity. So there's then after that there's no more to summarize. That's the last one to summarize. Okay. This is called power of deed. Power of deed. Why is called power? It makes your mind and conscience very clean. So then the number 4 is power of love, loving kindness, chamba. So if you are familiar with the practice of 4 immeasurable love, immeasurable compassion, immeasurable joy, immeasurable equanimity. That's how it's listed for immeasurable. So immeasurable. Oh, so it's not just loving close one. It's kind of expand loving close one, stranger, beings. We consider them as our enemy. So that love is reaching every corner, to every living being in every corner, like you could say 10 directions. So there's the power of love. Champatseme, Champetop, power of love. It's like the fire. It's like the power of love is like a fire that can burn firewood like anger. It can be burned. Power of love is like fire. It can be burned. Firewood like anger. It can be burned and turned into ashes. Or chamjemi shedang pushing sex. Chamjemi shedang pushing sex. So, result, you will have calm mind, peaceful mind, probably better physical health because the mind is in peace. So that helps the physical body, to balance the very body that depending on, it kind of balance. So that energy kind of balance the physical, even the physical body, it balanced everything in the physical body kind of balance. If your mind's calm. So that proof, so when you do like, when you go to when you do like your blood pressure test, if you are anxious or like your blood goes up, it's nothing to do with religion. It's just a fact. If you are more calm, your mind is calm, peaceful, result will be better. Even though you are not sick, if your mind is so angry, test and see your blood pressure number. So there's no proof. There's nothing to do with religion. So there's mind has, whether we believe or not, mind plays a very important role in our physical health. In our physical health, mind plays a very important role. So then I think deeper level can imagine, even though there's a physical pain, but the reaction from mind is very, very little. Because that mind is 100% willing to live in fire pit eons just to help one being. You have that much power in your mind. Can you imagine? You have that much strength in your heart that you built over time, meditating on Bodhichitta. You don't mind living in the fire pit, living in the fire pit eons. We're not talking about 1 minute, eons. For what? Just to help one being. That's all. If you have that much power, imagine the physical discomfort, there'll be almost like zero reaction from the mind, even though physical pain is there. So then, sometimes you hear or you see in the different textbook, you see it's hard to get our head around that message when you see why you're praying to get more sick. Nobody wants to get sick. On the other hand, why you're praying to get you more sick? So then there's some kind of practice. It's there are some practices it's very hard to our head to get around because first of all, we don't understand. We don't understand at all, not just understand. We don't understand it all. That's all because of the power of the mind, So power of the mind play very important roles in our physical existence, healthy physical existence. Okay. Well, there's a Bodhisattva teacher. So now, loving kindness, loving kindness. Unfortunately, some people view all loving kindness, compassion is a sign of weakness. It's totally ignorance. Sorry to say, totally ignorance. Ignorance. So, amount of strength that develop if you meditate on that. So then, so loving kindness, practice of loving kindness we must embrace the practice of loving kindness towards yourself, of course, and towards others. You get maximum benefit mentally, physically. You get maximum benefit. Bodhichitta, altruistic attitude, of course. This is the main subject of this book: is altruistic attitude. The Robert Thurman said, like, enlightened self-interest, enlightened self-interest. Kind of interesting way to looking at bodhicitta. Actually, bodhicitta is that enlightened self-interest. That's what bodhicitta is. Enlightened self-interest. That's what bodhicitta is. But it doesn't word it like that. It doesn't word it like that. It more sounds like you're doing for something for others. Actually, is you're doing for yourself. Oh. So the power of loving kindness, and the power of loving kindness, if you practice loving kindness, compassion, of course your heart will fill with joy. So then immeasurable joy will follow, because you practice loving kindness, compassion. Because our heart is rarely filled with joy. Why? Because we don't practice loving kindness, we don't practice compassion, we don't practice. Sorry to say, that's the truth, we don't practice. So if we practice, then you will experience joy in your heart. Oh, so if somebody want to fill their heart with joy, so they best way to do that is practice loving kindness, compassion. So you always enjoy calm mind, peaceful mind, and your perception change, your conception. Last Sunday we discussed conception. So I thought about a little bit about that after the Sunday class. I think there will be no conceptions without perceptions. You have to have perceptions. No perception, there will be no conceptions. That's my conclusion. I'm not sure, I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. But I don't mind to be wrong. So if I'm wrong, that's okay too. So that's what I think. Perception, then conception. So, the three things happening, as I mentioned, I kind of emphasize on Sunday, three things: reality, appearances, then perceptions. So then conception, of course. Reality, appearances, conceptions. How much we see reality, how much we see, maybe not much. Why? Because we project, because of conceptions. Conceptions, we project, probably 99 is projected, 1% is reality, so we probably see more than 1%. Probably that's probably not good. We see more than we should see. We see more than we should see. Oh. These three things very important if you are like thinking about meditating on shunyata. This is very important. Reality, appearances, perceptions. After meditating on shunyata, what we should do after that, tetra komne so took 6 senses. whatever that appears in front of the six senses, we should not react right away. What we should do fasting, thorough analysis is needed. Why? We may end up projecting. We may end up seeing more than you should see. Seeing more doesn't mean like better, no? So, in order to prevent imposing something or projecting something, we need to do thorough analysis. Whatever that appears in front of our six senses, we need to do thorough analysis. So then have perceptions, then perceive. Then probably you have probably better perceptions, and maybe then you will have better conceptions. So maybe same thing, better perception, what is self. Maybe better conception, what is self. Maybe like getting closer to see the realities. How, like defining self, I, defining I, maybe get closer to the true self, true I. Maybe I that I see now, probably 99% is probably projected based on studies, wealth, title, educations, religions, tradition, culture, or maybe no needed. You need to no needed, just to see. So total analysis. So these three things. I think it's day-to-day life is quite helpful. Quite helpful. You hear people are talking. All of a sudden, 3, 4, 5 people come to your room. They are all talking. Maybe they are talking about politics. Maybe they are talking about something. They are all kind of talking. Rather than being part of that, for you, they become like how is it? For you see this like kind of like theater. You may see this kind of some kind of drama is happening, some kind of theater is going on. You are not part of this. You are just looking. You are in the audience. You are just looking very carefully. Like thinking, should I participate? Not participate. You are thinking. You are doing thorough analysis. Where to protect your mind? Where to protect your mind? Where to protect your mind? Without thorough analysis, you may just drag into that drama. Then everybody's acting. You can't really see. Everybody's acting. You are acting. They are acting. Everybody's acting. You can't really see because there's nobody in the audience. Okay, sorry. There's so much to be said. So this is not the power of part of love. Power of love very much needed. Okay, so there's power number 4. So now power number 5, power of merit, luck or fortune, whatever you call, or sunam. Sunam. As I said, like if you wonder what is that, as I mentioned before, created causes by positive speech, positive thought, positive deeds that cause that. So if you have so many of them, all the your positive wishes will be fulfilled without much effort. So now the last one, not last one, the number 2, part of jhana. So that refers to experiencing shunyata, experience of shunyata. Experience of shunyata take place when you start to meditate. First, of course, you need to learn what is shunyata. So then you get some idea, how to meditate. You get idea because you study them and you study how to meditate and what's the best for a beginner to meditate, what I need to know. That's called like 4-point analysis. It's the best approach. if someone out there want to meditate on Shunyata, 4-point analysis. Oh, that's important. Oh. So this is like power of power of jhana. Power of jhana refers to experience of Shunyata. Direct experience, indirect experience, all count. All count. Or even just intellectual understanding also count. Without intellectual understanding of Shunyata, there's no way to meditate. Even just wondering, Arya Deva said in the 400 stanzas of Madhyamaka Avatar text composed by Arya Deva, Master Arya Deva, the Indian Master Arya Deva, 400 stanzas of Madhyamaka text. In that text, Sonam Chungi Chue Dila, Tesam Tame Sami. No, even just wondering what is Shunyata, kind of pieces your samsara, like glass throwing on the floor, kind of shatters like that. It shatters your samsara, just wondering what is Shunyata. So that's very powerful. Why it go direct to the root, that experience cut the root of all the problems that we are facing since from beginning this time to till now. So this experience of Shunyata, indirect or direct experience of Shunyata will cut, destroy the root. You will be liberated. You will be liberated forever. You will be liberated forever. So then meditation begins with identifying the true nature of self. Why? Everything began from there. First you become attached to you. So then goes on, list goes on, like my religion, my country, my people, my interest, my idea, my opinion, then goes on and on and on. First, according to Master Chandakriti, enter into the middle of it. First, you become attached to yourself. It's not just you. Everybody, even the small ant that you see in your house, they attach to themselves. Then everything comes from there. So then very phenomena that you are attached, you have very little clue. If somebody asks how you define self, what do you say? What do you say? How you define yourself? Or you are holding very tightly that you just made it up, that you think that yourself, you just made it up, or your mind made it up, based on so many things. Based on the title, pretty much based on title. So then, the first question is how I see self, how I experience self. Yeah, you do experience self. There's no question. We all do experience self. Another question is how you define the self. How? You meditate, everything you believe that yourself is kind of like dismantled through the meditation. It's kind of disfigure or dismantle. What is left? Nothing much. Am I losing my mind? Of course not. All the things that I believe that's me is kind of dismantled. What is left is mere self, merely labeled self. That's what is left. Merely labeled self, that's what is left. Everything else is just idea, that your idea, that's what you think, that's you, that's your idea. So then you just meditate there, mere self, you just meditate there. Then if you start losing that, then do again, you go to again. Am I my hair? What's your answer? If your answer is yes, so then you don't get upset with yourself, just cut your hair, finish, it's gone. Am I in my head? Am I in my eye? Am I in my nose? Am I in my ear? Am I air that breathe? Am I space inside my body? Am I heat? What? You go through that. What do you find? What do you find? So now makes sense. Not seeing is maybe best way of seeing. Now, does that make sense? Yeah, a little bit, it makes sense. Before, it doesn't make sense at all. What do you mean, like, not seeing is the best way of seeing? Doesn't make sense. So now, when you go through this analysis, so now it makes sense. Not seeing, it doesn't mean you are going out of your mind. Maybe you are seeing the best thing. Oh. Then what I should do? Pause, meditate, go deeper. You discover merely level self. You discover merely level self. All the other is just projected. So that's the power of jhana, shunyata. Okay, the power of jhana refers to experience, direct or indirect experience of shunyata. Very much rooted into knowledge about shunyata. Then of course, more meditation is needed. Or guided meditation, analytical meditation, single-pointed meditation, all of them. Review meditations. Remember, with some material that talks about shunyata, reviewing them, analyzing them, concentrating them. That's how you gain experience of shunyata. Okay. Oh, so that's power of jhana. So, how much time we have? Finish?
No, Geshe, we have about 20 minutes.
Oh, that's good news. So, are you bored? You are welcome to say. If you're bored, you are welcome to say. So then we will stop. Then what we will do, we will stop. Solution is quite easy. Then we will stop. And it's needed, is the God. Then that's experience of shunyata. Even just wondering what is the merely level self. Even just wondering what is shunyata. Even just wondering, it will like shatter your samsara, like throwing the piece of glass on the floor. It's like that. Who said that I have witnessed? I have witnessed. Who said not? I didn't make this up. Who said? Ayadeva said. Master Ayadeva said. Where? The 400 stanza of Madhyamaka text, if you can read. How long ago? Many hundreds of years ago. Many hundreds of years ago. Many hundreds of years ago. The power of jhana. Okay. Now the wisdom. What is wisdom? Part of wisdom. Wisdom is like as a part of the mind has the ability to distinguish between good and bad. That's the definition of wisdom. Oh, okay, the power of wisdom. Then, when you see a word wisdom method, taptang sharap, wisdom method, that method mainly refers to Mahakaruna, great compassion, Bodhichitta. Of course, without great compassion, there will be no Bodhichitta, because great compassion is the direct cause of Bodhichitta. So you very much needed that great compassion. So method here, power of wisdom, generally speaking, definition of wisdom is ability to make distinguish between right and wrong, like good and bad, positive and negative, and very much needed in order to improve mentally improve, the wisdom is very much needed. Of course, then second power of method is also very much needed. Wisdom without compassion become trap. Compassion without wisdom become trap. Means these are almost like two wings. You need both wings in order to fly. You need these are both, these are almost like two wings. Wisdom and method needed. That's why ritual ceremony, you have this bell and the vajra. It's not just instrument. You have to think when you grab them. You have to think when you grab the vajra. You have to think about compassion. When you grab the bell, you are thinking about the wisdoms. You don't grab them by two hands. You try to grab them by one hand. Right hand, you grab both of them. You don't grab like this. Why? Because the wisdom and the compassion always need to go together. That's why you pick them with one hand. Okay, you don't pick up them two hands. That means kind of separating them. You are not allowed to separate. So when you're doing that, when you're picking them up, Vajra, you need to think about Mahakaruna. When you think about the bell, then you think about the wisdom, experiencing Shunyata. You have to think about that. So can symbolize two energy, female energy, male energy, very much needed in Vajrayana practice, very much needed. Without contemplating that two energy, they will be harder to achieve the Vajradhara state. So they need to think about wisdom and then so that's the kind of thing, So now, number 9, power of samadhi, concentration, power of concentration. So yeah, here in the West, you talk about mindfulness. Of course, the mindfulness is very much needed. Because the name of the text is Stages of the Path. Stages of the Path, Lamrim. Yiji Langbo. The mind is like elephant. Mind. Langbo means elephant. Some of you may saw elephant, some of you may never seen elephant, but elephant physically is very powerful. If you're a farmer and the elephant gets into your farm, pretty much just forget about eating them, just moving around, it will destroy most of your farm, even just moving around physically. Mind is so powerful. As I always said, you can't underestimate the mind, the power of the mind. Because of the power of the mind, people liberate, people get enlightened, power of the mind. Yiji Langbo, that mind is on the move. That mind is not calm and still, that mind is on the move every moment, every second. But therefore, fear, anxiety, stress, all kinds of things generated. So it's important, for the sake of your own peace of mind, it's important to learn time to time how to tie that elephant, how to catch that elephant and tie, make sure it doesn't move. Time to time, not 24 hours, 7 days a week. Time to time, whenever it's possible, time to time. 24 hours, 7 days a week, that's quite hard. Time to time. Need to catch the elephant, not just catch, and tie. Tie that elephant. On the hitching post, probably needed one strong one, otherwise you can tie the elephant, hitching post. That's the object. That's the object. Whatever object you use, color, shape, form, space, consciousness, mind, whatever object you use. Oh, so now what do you need? You need rope to tie. What is that? That's mindfulness. That is mindfulness. That's the rope. Mindfulness, that's the rope. Elephant is already there. It's on the move every moment. We all know, no need descriptions. We all know. Now you have rope. You created the rope. You have rope. You're just trying to be mindful. So if we not be mindful, it becomes like habit. Does it ring the bell? Does it ring bell? You know, even the moving like small garbage can, how is it? Dustbin. What that's called dustbin? What is it called? Small things that you keep in the bathroom. What's called that? Where you put like the trash.
Yeah, garbage can or trash can.
Oh, trash can. Oh, much better. I think Americans are much smarter than I think English. For English, go dustbin. They go dustbin. There's not much dust there. So okay, trash can, small trash can. You used to keep somewhere. You used to keep. Then you kind of used to like. One day you move, different places. Interesting. You automatically go there. You automatically go there and realize it's not there, it's somewhere else. So then you go to other place to put second day, same thing. Same thing, you just grab. Sometimes you throw. Don't know it's not there. So then sometimes you realize it's there, it's not there. There's like day-to-day life example, you know. So when you start next day, when you start to be mindful, you don't do that. You just go to the place where you, to go to the area where you place that trash can, you go there. So energy has been saved because you don't have to do choice. Throw there, then realize there's no trash can there. You have to pick it up. Then you go to the other place where you put it there, so you put it there. So that, but that can be fixed. Can be fixed. It doesn't have to be like this every day. It can be fixed. It happened very first day. That clearly shows that mindfulness is not that strong. First day shows like that you just automatically go there. You know? It could be repeated maybe 3-4 days. After that, then your mindfulness take place. You know, that's quite interesting. So mindfulness is like rope. So now they tied that elephant on object. No, here they are not every day, like 24 hours, but you know, it's important. So I'm thinking I was thinking, why there's night? Why there's day, where there's sunlight, and there's certain time there's no sun, everything goes dark. I think needed. Otherwise, human, not just human, probably including many species, will not survive. Having your 6 senses awake 24 hours, probably we won't last maybe a month, finish. Even I think the day is not what we do at night, we shut down. We shut down. No, we shut them down. Very much needed. If you feel like, oh, the days, maybe not during the daytime, I think it's like night, it probably shuts it down automatically, not deliberate, automatically. During the daytime, you can also do that too. You can kind of like close them. Probably have more energy, you know, like otherwise, why we sleep? Why we sleep is needed in order to survive. Simply in order to survive, you need to sleep. If you don't sleep, you can't survive. Simply, probably, you know, so that occasionally these senses also need to, I say, close by, I mean, the elephant needs to be tied, okay, time to time, need to tie on the object, a little bit here, there. It's not probably good to let it run all the time. Probably doesn't do much good, okay? Oh, so that's the power of samadhi. So now the last power is the power of Buddhahood. I already explained. So this first 9 power is preparing you to achieve that power of Buddhahood. So if you want to know specifically what the power of Buddhahood refers to, so then I mentioned there's like 18 unique qualities of enlightened beings. The first one is the 10 power. So that power, okay? Oh yeah, so then, so that kind of like complete the 10 powers now, admirations or aspiration for 10 powers, aspiration for 10 powers. So that's what is when you saying this prayer, you are like, you are as a yearning for this 10 power. You're yearning for this 10 power. Oh. So yeah, then you will see that below, see the benefit of reciting King of Prayer. Oh. Reciting large quantity of mantra produce miracle power. Probably. Now you realize reciting mantra is important. Large quantity of mantra is kind of produce miracle power. Why it's so important? You can benefit. You can benefit. That's why you can benefit somebody else. You can benefit them precisely. You can benefit them precisely. Or you can benefit them. So then reciting King of Prayer. So. And I remember back in my monastery, when I was there studying, so there's like one senior monk. He was old Geshe, There's like medium. It used to be large. Now it's very almost there's only 2 or maybe 5 them are alive. So. There's a place called Buksa after when China invaded Tibet. So then when they escaped from Tibet, so Indian government put all these monks, a lot of them, they put into this like prison camp, used to where the Mahatma Gandhi was imprisoned in that place called Buksa. So there, the Indian government put most of the monks there. So now it's kind of become like its own term, like senior monks from Buksa. That's what you call senior monk from Buksa. That means, so now there's only few of them left, only few probably, including my teacher one. There's only like now you can count on your finger. There's not 6, 7 of them left. Most of them are gone. One of them, like my neighbors in the monastery. So he recited King of Prayer every single day, and and he recited large number, especially one like Sagadawa. He recited that. He is very educated. So now he probably realized the importance of saying the King of Prayer. He said that not just that, he also I think mentioned to me or one of my friends. So I heard indirectly. The same like Tara Mantra, 21 Tara praises, longer version, shorter version, specifically shorter version that's composed by Mother Tara to benefit Lama Atisha when he was not doing quite well in Tibet. So that's my source of inspiration why I say Tara Mantra and 21 Tara praises. If Lama Atisha get benefit simply reciting 21 Tara praises, someone who knows every single practice that exists in Buddhism, 21 Tara praises, 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 21 Tara praises not just know them very clearly, receiving benefit, reciting 21 Tara praises. Why Mother Tara asked Lama Adesha to recite 21 Tara praises? Why Mother Tara did not ask Lama Adesha to do this retreat, that retreat, or this fire puja, that fire puja? Simply asking, reciting 21 Tara praises. So I thought, oh, I will definitely get benefit. If Lama Adesha, someone who knows every single practice that exists in Buddhism, not just know them very well, receiving benefit, reciting 21 Tara praises, same praise Lama Adesha recite. There's no special one, same praise. You can learn, you can read, same praise that Lama Adesha recited, receive health benefit. So I thought, oh, you will definitely get benefit, no doubt. So then according to like father, called Pa means in Tibetan word, Pa means father. Father Tamasanje, Indian yogi. Said, do it with devotions, blessing will flow. No need to worry about blessing. No need to worry about blessing. Chinlam Shula Dungu, Tingri. So I think like Pa Tamasanje, the father Tamasanje, the Indian yogi, came to Tibet 2 times, or maybe 3 times, I'm not sure. Second time when he came, he met Milarepa. Second time when he came to Tibet, he met Milarepa. Then he was in a place called Tingri. Tingri, in that region, the people kind of I'm not sure it's a rumor or it's true. It's like in that region, the people are kind of like dumb. So the Patamatanji go there to teach them Dharma. So the Patamatanji told them, do with devotions, the blessing will flow. Lo Nying Tasum, your heart, your body. It means like give yourself 100% meaning. So by this example, you're probably not going to understand, even though I try to translate. Lo means mind, Nying is heart, Tang means chest. That's like saying like devote with your heart, your chest, your mind, meaning giving yourself 100%. So that blessing will flow, no need to worry. Who said that? Indian yogi Tamasanje said, where in Tibet, place called Tingri Jaza, there's a text called Tingri Jaza, there's like probably 100 word called 100 word of Tingri is called this text. Name of the text is called 100 word of Tingri. Basically, there's 100 different advice given to people in Tingri by Indian yogi Tamasanje. So in that text, then Patapasami said, or told them, give yourself 100%. Very true, very true. If you start to give yourself 100%, you feel something. You feel something. That means your heart is there. It's not just your brain. Your heart is also there. Of course, your brain is there. Most of the time, your brain is there, but your heart is not there. So when you give yourself 100%, your brain, your heart, yourself, everything's there. So that's why you feel something. That's why you feel something. If you wonder why I never felt before you are probably not giving yourself 100%. That's why you don't feel. So now why you feel something, maybe you give yourself 100%. So that's why quality is important, quality, okay? Oh yeah. So now, probably stop here, only 1 minute left. Thank you very much. So happy that able to explain the 10 power, so best as I could with my broken English. So, and I'm sorry that you created the karma to listen Dharma in your own language, but the person who teach doesn't speak your language very well. So I'm not sure how that happens, that you are native English speaker listening to someone who does not speak fluent English. So that's the karma that we all created together. Thank you. Thank you. And all of you have a wonderful night. So then see you next Wednesday and continue, okay? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Venerable Hamala will do short dedication, so.
Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may we quickly attain the state of a Guru Buddha and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. May the supreme jewel Bodhichitta that has not arisen and rising grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish but increase more and more. Just as the brave Manjushri and Samandabhadra too realize things as they are, we did to dedicate all these merits in the best way that we may follow their perfect example. Okay, now the long life prayers. First for His Holiness. The land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. The one who mastered speech at a very young age, the one with great patience received the name Avatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa and Bliss and Void, Lama, ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. You uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as a bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, savior of myself and others, your disciples, please live long. Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha, 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 Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha.
So yeah, again, thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you.
Good to take Geshe.
Yes,
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Lama. Thank you, Donna.